Get ready to send your taste buds on an all-expenses-paid trip to another dimension.
Dimension Holy Cola, the classic flavor you love that's as cold as the vast emptiness of outer space.
Tarzan's out there, and you, Tarzan, get enough.
Take just one sip and get transported to a dimension of flavor that's out of this world. The grooviest martial cats and the most parched war bears know there's no better way to quench a thirst, yet awaken a second time.
Then with an ice-cold Dimension Holy Cola.
So what are you waiting for? Calder, run to your local store and take a sip from another plane of existence. Dimension Holy Cola and new Diet Dimension Holy Cola. The soda that's out of this world.
It's Dimension Holy Cola.
You know, I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh yeah, do you want some water or something?
Honestly, that sounds pretty good.
Well, I don't know if I have any of that, but I can see if I still have some Dr. Punishers.
Sounds good.
I'll go see what I can find.
I'm gonna look for SWC.
Okay.
Attention all eager learners. Are you ready to elevate your knowledge and skill yourself up?
Then come join us at the California State University of Knowledge Stacks. Our esteemed faculty includes some of the best in the business, like Professor Odin and Professor Bolvik. With their guidance, you'll be on your way to success in no time. And by success, I mean killing your opponent. Here at CSUX, we also believe in second chances. That's why we're giving Professor Geldner another shot. Despite his past mistakes, we're confident in his abilities to teach and inspire students just like you. But we've got our eye on you. At the Cal State University of Knowledge Stacks, we're committed to helping you achieve your goals. With flexible schedules, a supportive community, and a lot of beneficial effects, we're the perfect place for anyone looking to increase their knowledge stacks. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today to start building your future. Oh, and your units unshield well. Okay, Katie, so I got some popcorn, I got some other snacks, and I brought the Dr. Punishers just in case you change your mind.
I kind of wish I finished college.
What?
Yeah, like, don't you wish you had that piece of paper that, like, validated you?
I've got that piece of paper. I graduated from CSUX in 2016.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you major in?
God, is every channel ads right now?
Have you ever been in a rank so high you thought you could take on any challenge? The kind of rank that handles the toughest terrains and still makes it look easy. Introducing the RTA F1, the toughest rank on the World Arena ladder. Those who bear the F1 brand are built to withstand anything you throw at them. Whether it's hauling heavy loads, traversing rough terrain, or just cruising the ladder around that Challenger 3 to Fighter 1 range, but usually no higher than F2 to 3. This rank can handle it. With a powerful team, durable runes, and rugged pick band phases, F1 is the perfect rank for any job. But don't just take our word for it. Get behind the wheel and experience the power of being F1. And if you're looking for something with a little more rune gap, test drive the F2. Or the even more exclusive RTA F3. The ultimate rank for the true connoisseur. Fighter tough.
I wonder what kind of mileage that thing gets.
I am more concerned about the horsepower at this point.
Bro, where is SWC?
I don't know, these ads are getting really weird.
Are you a monster in the streets and also in the sheets?
Because you're a monster all the time? Introducing Henge, the dating app made for monsters. Swipe through profiles for eligible monsters near you. Find out their interests, whether they're a good leader, and even why they're shirtless. Match with hot single monsters in your area, and send a message to see if sparks fly. Catfishing? Not on Henge. Unverified accounts risk getting pre-banned. Pick your 5-star match today by summoning up the courage on Henge. Must be 3 to 5 stars to register. Looking for friends instead?
Re-register for Henge homies.
I don't believe it.
It's all ads.
Everything is an ad.
But if everything's an ad...
Then, is this
an
an ad? Well, good morning, chat. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Come To Us Evan, and today we're doing account reviews and progression tips. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, so I wanted to make sure that we got some in. Hello to everybody. I know that we're starting a little bit early. I see Yuri over there. I see Beetle. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube. I also see Matthew Lawrence, Texas Reaper, Danny Cool, and more to come. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. If for some reason this is your first time joining for an account review stream, I hang out in chat channel 9, you ask me your burning questions, and I do my dangdest to give you a straight answer about it. I try to take your position of the game into account as well. We talk about dungeon teams, we talk about arena, we talk about RTA. We don't normally talk about guild wars because I'm not I'm frankly not that good at Guild Wars, but we can find somebody who could tell you about that. Daddy, what's going on? I feel so weird like announcing some of your guys' names like loud like that. I'm like, what's up, Daddy? Right? Razzle says, shout out from the Philippines. What's going on, Philippines? I'm California. Nice to meet you. Which server are you on? I'm on global today, guys. Chat channel number 9 is the place to be in. We can talk about whatever you guys want. We could also talk about how I'm farming dragons, and totally separate from that, I got a really solid will rune today, actually. I got it in my inbox. I rolled it to plus 15, re-apped it a couple times. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Kanagi, hello from the other side in New York. Nice, dude. Do you like New York, Kanagi? Do you like New York? I know that's not what wait, I don't mean to keep you here talking about New York, but like, do you like New York? New York is like cool to me, but I don't think I could live there. Can't quite handle it. Havoc, I'm also California. Who would have thunk? Yeah, that's crazy. I just saw you like 5 minutes ago. Okay, JG Blitz. Evan, I have a problem. In Asia server. I'm level 16, and from a random mystical scroll I got Minato, the water shadowcaster. Do I store him or use him somewhere? If you're only level 16 in the game, then what I would do is I would store him because he is really good, but you don't necessarily need to use him right now. He's one of those monsters where you're gonna wanna save him until you enter into like the RTA scene, someplace where you can actually do some PvP. Until then, you don't really need him. You don't really need him for like PvE or anything like that early in the game. I would prefer that you focus your attention on some of the farmable units instead. Geet Out says, from Portugal here. Nice, hello. Mainly the city, definitely a monster of its own though. Yeah, Kanagi, that was the thing that kind of stood out to me too. I like the way that the city was alive at all hours. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I always thought that I lived in a city, but I was very, very wrong. No Katie today? No, not today. Today I'm going solo. I'm sure she'll be back next week though. And I should probably say it now too. I'm planning on ending the stream just a little bit early, guys. I have a doctor's appointment I need to run to, and I gotta make sure that I get there on time. Salve Razzlezine. Let's see if there's any messages in chat. King says, "Hi, hope you're doing well. Can you advise me on where to go? I'm stuck. Let me cancel this." Oh, perfect timing. Look at that. Absolutely perfect timing. Let's go. Let's speed this death sequence up a little bit here, Dragon. Okay, King. Let's see what's going on. So you're saying that you're stuck in the game right now. You haven't finished TOA hard just yet, so I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna lean you in the direction of TOA hard. Step bro, step ladder. Man, look at how. You know what? I'm gonna have to use this new button I got eventually. Step bro is stuck. What? Yeah, it's gonna have to bust that out a little bit, I have a feeling. Oh, I like what you're doing with the Dragons team, actually. This is something that I always wanted to do with the Poseidon. This is an application that I've told people that they could try if they happen to pull the Water Sea Emperor a little bit early, because he reduces all attack bars down to 0, and he doesn't glance, really solid monster. So it's like if you get to the Dragon boss, you can reduce the attack bar of the towers to give yourself a little more wiggle room. One Bull, what's going on, dude? Says, yo, first time in the chat. Welcome to the stream. This is a great one to be your first. I'm glad you found it. Which is rare that I say that. It's rare that I say this is the one to be your first. That's awesome. Just 2A Frankenstein them to the top. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can do Abyss hard for most of these. I still think that what I'm going to tell you to do is I'm going to tell you twofold. I'm going to tell you how to speed up your giants, and I'm going to tell you how to clear TOA hard. I think those are going to be our goals for right now. Without even going into the account, I think what you could probably get away with is like Veramos is your leader, a different max HP damage scaling unit instead of Riley. Because Riley's great, but she has a tendency to kind of slow the run down. You know, that's mostly this. Flip Scuba, how do I get on the list? All you gotta do is be in chat channel 9. I'm on the global server right now, and then just let me know what you need help with. And I'd also love to know what your Twitch or YouTube handle, depending on what that handle is, depending on which platform you're watching, just so that I can like know who I'm talking to when I'm like looking at the account. Okay, well how about we start with speeding up the giant. So I kind of insinuated that instead of Riley, I'd like to have somebody else that kind of has a max HP damage scaling. Shaman technically has it. It's better if he's second awakened. You can use Naomi. She doesn't have max HP damage scaling, but she's so easy to rune that I'm incentivized to talk about her. Oh, nice. That's pretty sick. Oh, you could also run Leica. If you've got a Leica. Oh, but this is more what we're looking for. Sorry, guys. I keep interrupting myself just because, like, I keep seeing monsters. So let's handle one thought at a time here. If you have a Leica, you can run this guy in giants, and it's basically going to auto-clear because the giant is essentially incapable of killing Leica, thanks to his passive. His passive says that he's only capable of receiving damage in 24% of his max health increments, right? So it's going to take more hits than the giant is capable of doling out to kill him because he heals on skill 1. So you can just put Leica in there if you have any trouble. It's not going to speed anything up necessarily, but it might, well, in your situation, considering we're replacing a healer, you might actually see a couple seconds shaved off. The only caveat here is that you got to make sure that he's either fast enough or resistant enough so that he doesn't get stun locked at the mid-boss. That's kind of where the run can fall apart still, because you're up against the water golems and the water golems can stun lock you. This whole stream is Evan-splaining. I should have put that as the title. What am I doing? What am I doing? So now let's talk about the thing that I actually wanted to recommend you, which is a Kamamir. A Kamamir has like a really good home in Giants now. He's got the same skill 2 as Veramos, and he has debuff scaling damage on the 3rd skill. I really like him. He's actually what I personally use on my Giants team. And so if you feel it in your heart that you've got the resources to spare and you can build him, I would maybe go this route. Oh, congratulations on this. That's kind of a cool unit. Yeah, you have some fun stuff here. Okay, so now that we've talked about how to speed that up, let's just briefly talk about TOA. If you come across the Water Sylph, I would recommend building him. But otherwise you can use Veramos. Technically you can use Sigmaris in place of Tyrone as well. I just don't like it a lot. You can use this as well, actually. You can do like a Chung Pung with a Veramos. I find Verd is really important. I find Lauren to be pretty important too, because she keeps someone from taking a turn. I've lost track of how many slots I've recommended to you so far. If you have if there's one slot left, you can put Fran in there, or you could put something like a 2-way Raok. I love Second Awakened Raok for TOA. Okay, we've spent enough time on there. Hopefully that helps. I really hope that you can clear TOA hard and also get through Giants a little faster. Oh, Exotic Game Zone. So ask the question about what is a good squad for Rift Raid level 5. So, hold on. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Rift Raid level 5 is kind of like a long answer. So I think maybe what I'd do is I would just kind of tell you like the tenets of it, and then I'd tell you to go look at some YouTube videos from other content creators for that. If you're curious about how to make a BJ5 team, we actually have an old live stream on the channel called Let's Make a BJ5 Team. And by the end of it, I go from not having one to having one that is functional and running. So if you're interested in kind of like that process and you want to build it alongside somebody else, you could watch that stream to have it. But otherwise, if you want something a little bit more like consistent, that's like more starter kind of friendly, you can look up some other content creators. Really what you want to do is you want to have a lot of cleanse support, right? So support units that cleanse, not a lot of passives, and remember not to put don't put everything on violent. It's okay if a few things are on violent, but ultimately the more turns you take, the harder the boss is going to hit. That's also part of it. Check the Layla question real quick. Let me see what's going on. The Layla question. Got Layla, the Wind Devil Maiden, finally a proper new monster after a long time. Can you see how do I rune her? Yes, we can talk about that. Absolutely. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Ryder, what's going on, dude? It's not too late to change the title. Kanagi, always hydrate. Always. Always. So there are a couple cool monsters that you can throw in for your R5, like Zhang Fei is still super relevant, even more so now than earlier. I love him. I love Crow. I love Fran. Annabelle is awesome. Haunted Soul just says review me. Let's see. 1,300 days played. up to 2 stars in TOA. Heck, looks like the Giants team is a little sus. They're probably not farming Giants hard. So something to change here is that like the boss is immune to continuous damage. So we can totally take out Thrain. I actually like parts of this, right? I wouldn't personally want to run both Fran and Lauren, mostly because the boss's counterattacks are slightly more devastating than they were in non-Abyss floors. So I would take out one, if not both. I actually prefer to run Bella Dion as a hybrid strip and healer, plus defense breaker. So maybe you could put Bella Dion in instead of Lauren, and then instead of Fran, you can actually run some damage. We should, real quick, let me just look. Thank you for the information. You're welcome, dude. Oh, I was playing around with this. Pretend the Savannah's not there. Pretend Savannah's not there. Instead, what I would run is I would run literally I would probably do this. That's more or less what my comp would look like. Something like that. Shannon really makes it safe, you know? She doesn't heal, but you know what I say. Damage not taken is health not lost, which is basically healing. Thank you, dude. I'm so glad that it helped. So back into the review. So the Giants Abyss, we gotta iron that out. Dragons is looking good. I would just double check speed tuning, and instead of Riley, I would run a Lauren. That's honestly the only change that I would make right here. That's all I would change, is I would take out the Riley, run Lauren instead, and then just double check to make sure that the tuning is right. Because essentially what you want is you want Lauren to go, then you want Crow to go, then you want your 2 max HP damage dealing units, Veramos and Spectra, and then you want Verd last. Again, so one more time but faster. Lauren, Crow, Veramos, Spectra, or opposite, doesn't really matter, and then Verd, right? And the reason for that is you want her to land a defense break or attempt to strip, right? Now all of a sudden there's a defense break on. Crow moves, tries to apply a brand, or if the third skill is on cooldown, he has it's a redundant defense break effect before your big damage comes in. That's the idea behind that lineup. Oh, someone, Razzle, I just wanted to shout out what Razzle said about Giants. The Wind Homunculus, surprisingly viable after a recent balance patch. Had its whole skill lineup just kind of changed, so now it's all max HP damage scaling, which is so cool, so apt, right? It's like right after the 8.0 update, now when max HP damage scaling is super important, they just give them the Wind Homunculus a roll. So really great shout out there, Razzle. Thank you for saying that. Okay, let's go in here. Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi. As in like, isn't that Itachi's thing? The infinite Tsukuyomi. That's endgame. I don't know if I'm spoiling stuff. Probably not. We all know Naruto, right? Chat? We know Naruto. Yeah. I frequently refer to Minato as Naruto's dad. We're fine. Okay, 15. So you need a little bit of help here. Just started. So what I'm curious about. Salvi Shiga Ninja. Do the Beleza. Madara. The infinite one is. I know the infinite one is. He wants to put everybody in the infinite Tsukuyomi. I think didn't Itachi put somebody in like just the Tsukuyomi? We're getting too far off the trail. We're getting too far off the trail here. I'm about to Google this. I'm about to Google it. Because the infinite one is the end game. The infinite one is the end game. That one's Madara. All right. Anyway, look at it here. My question for this person is this your first account? Or is it your second account? Thank you. Thank you. Not spoiling them. Perfect. Amazing. That's all we care about. Because that's ultimately what I want to know is, do you have experience playing Summoners War prior, or do you want just like the starter? Oh, wait, so you're at level 15, you already have this. You already have Seimei. Are you kidding me? At level 15, you already have an LD5 and a really good one? Dude, congratulations. That's actually crazy. Took me years to get an LD5. That's awesome. Okay, so I see you're making progress through the Summoner's Way quest line. Konegi's asking the real questions here. Okay, so this is still real young. This is a really early account. So I think probably one of the best things that we can do is just kind of look through this to see if there's any units that are really worth like locking that you might use later. Like Raccoony, for instance. Like the Fire Harg is really good, especially later. You also want to lock this down. I want to make sure that you don't feed this, because this is a great unit. Lock this. You won't necessarily build it right away, but like this is one of those units that like later down the line you might look at. This being the Light Garuda. You might look around one day and be like, hey, do I have a Tion? And then you want to have him. Oh, Dr. Delight, Evan, I see you haven't looked at your private chat. Look at it when you get off stream. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I'll try to remember. Just as a heads up, I got a doctor's appointment right after stream today, so I'm gonna have to run like right away. So I might need to look at it like tomorrow. Okay, so, and keep this too. Keep this. Honestly, keep all these like starting units. They'll all come into play later on. Like the Fire Hellhound, the Water Fairy, the Wind Vagabond, they're all great later, so you don't want to lose them. I think the best thing that I could tell you to do is like kind of like what homework that you have over the weekend. So I would prioritize getting the Dark Inugami, I would prioritize getting the Light Cowgirl, and then start thinking about your first fusion. There is a fusion support event for new players as well. So if you're brand new to the game, you can still find it under the events tab. Under the events tab. Actually, it might be within. It might be under when you interact with Elia. It might be inside of Elia's interaction like menu. But I would start making moves towards fusing a Dark Ifrit. That, I think, is undisputed the first fusion that you should be making nowadays. The dude is just the MVP of dungeons. I love him. He's great in Giants, great in Dragons. He's going to be with you all the way through your Summoner's War career. Same with all the other monsters I just recommended, which, again, Dark Inugami, available through Secret Dungeons any day the Hall of Dark is open, so that means weekend or Monday. And then also the Light Cowgirl. Same situation, except the Light Secret Dungeon. Cool. Flip Scuba says, what does Wind Vagabond good for? Wind Vagabond has actually a really strong Second Awakening. He's kind of like a mini Dominic, who's the Wind Weapon Master. He attacks additionally, he provokes, he defense breaks, he's usable in Guild Wars, and also I've seen him used to varying degrees of success in RTA. Richard Morales, good morning. Oh, my star, my guiding light. The Sandler to my Adam. That's so good. Yatagurasu says, I was thinking Jean. Jean's a great fusion, but I think Dark Ifrit, meaning Veramos. Veramos is like #1. Gotta get Veramos ASAP. Evan, is Dark Monkey King good for TOA Heck? Stun and defense break sounds pretty gnarly, but I'm not sure of his applications there. I'd have to check what TOA Heck is like this month. You could even pair Royd with Dom, says Depingu King. Totally. Oh, guys, let me copy and paste the survey over on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can just use Command New Survey to fill that out as well. Motive. What's going on? Yatagurosu says, Tsukuyomi is my 3rd account. Oh, perfect. So you were thinking Jean. I would go Veramos. I would definitely go Veramos. Yeah, and then save Jean for later. So how far have you gotten on the other 2 accounts? That's my question. I've always been curious about doing a 2nd account. I guess Katie's account is like low-key my alt, right? You know, I guess it's like low-key my 2nd account. Because I've always been curious about like how cool it would be, how fast I could advance in a brand new start to Summoner's War, given all the time that I've put into it. Oh, wow. Scarecrow. Dude, you just finished like a side quest. Congratulations. Oh, Son Alec, who's flips scuba. Need some advice on where to go next. Okay. Oh, you have the Dark Hammersmith. That's awesome. I want that. You have some pretty good teams here. Razzle says Wind Vagabond is like a Dominic on a vacation. It's like a twist on Dom at home. Dominic at home. Low key, you always on her tablet. And this is in response to my alt being Katie's. Not even low key, it's high key your alt. Yeah. I just need her to get an LD5 that's not Lydia, and then I'll be playing on it all the time. It'd be so funny. Chicken Nuggy, can y'all check out my account? Absolutely, dude. We're on the global server right now. Dude, I feel a yawn coming. I don't think I'm breathing enough. I think that's the thing. That's right. That's what happens, right? When you're like yawning, because I'm not like tired. I think I'm just not breathing enough. Did I accidentally get like a Naruto discussion happening in chat? Amaterasu and Sharingan names for the homunculus? Maybe Amaterasu, but not Sharingan. Lol. Is that why you have a doctor's appointment? Because you're not breathing? Yeah, that's what it's for, dude. It's just to check that out. Because, you know, I was like, oh, doctor, hey, doc, I'm not breathing. Should I be concerned about that? And they're like, yeah, come on in. Come on in, we'll check you out. Just make sure everything's okay. Kronik, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I'm doing well today. I'm having a very nice morning. Been great, you know. Nice drive to work. I had some coffee. I called my friend. Like, it was great. Honestly, it was very nice. Moved, we're getting into like things that like don't matter at all for stream. We moved sides. So there's 2 sides to the office and now we're all on one side. And that's very nice. Actually, it's kind of fun being around everybody. Like we're all there, you know? So I'm like near Havoc now, and being near Havoc is awesome, right? Havoc, do you agree? How cool has it been? Now everyone's on my side and I hate it, says Havoc. Hey, I love it, Havoc. Oh, sorry, it's awesome. Oh, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. I dig. Okay, we're breathing. We're breathing. This is good. Things are looking solid. Le sab. No, why is everybody crying? I'm very happy about this. I just said that I'm thrilled about this. I'm so thrilled. Why is everyone crying? There's so much crying. Is it because I'm happy? Is it because I'm happy over there with you guys? Am I not allowed to be happy? I'm just giving you guys a hard time. Oh, hello. I opened 48 LD scrolls and got nothing. Can you change that? Dude, there's something, Mimi's, there's something very funny about the way you asked that question. Dude, if I could change it, I would change it for me too. I'm in the same boat. But honestly, man, like, you know, I'm happy with what I got currently. You know who I'm very happy with? Shiho, the Water Monkey King. Dude is lit. Dude is litty legitty, like certified litty legitty. I'd like to use him more. I'm not using him enough. So we're talking about raids. You were saying you can't really do raids consistently, right? You had something going on there. I think I got that kind of. I feel like I've got the gist. I feel like I got the gist of that, right? Ooh, 3-turn defense break sounds pretty good for that. I really like Colleen in raids still. I use her on my BJ5 team. She applies a 3-turn attack buff, which is crazy. Like that is the cooldown time on the skill. So you will always have attack buff. Oh. Eileen Johnson. Oh. I am your senpai 69. You got instead of auto mod grabbed that, but that was pretty funny. I pulled a Marna the other day from one scroll. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. sorry, senpai 69. Got to use the button. Got to bring out the button for that. And then we can, so Zhang Fei. So the whole thing about raids, I've gotten so far off the beaten track here, guys. I've like barely talked about raid. I'm just telling you about, forget it. Zhang Fei, put him in the front line, dude. Use this beefy leader skill. 33% defense, heavens to Betsy, say less. Dude, takes less to get on my team. Low key, if he didn't even have that, he'd still be there. Bro's a tank, he heals, he does this, and he also does that. Crazy, love him. I love him in the front row. I also like 2A Rogue, to be honest. I actually put 2A Rogue on my team. Basically, you want anything, oh, you could technically use this too. You want things that cleanse and apply buffs. Like, that's really what you want to do. So skill 3 from Riley is great, especially because it's like, even if she gets oblivion, she's still contributing to the team. So she's more than welcome here. Fran is welcome here. I would run several damage reduction effects. So one team can have Darian, the Light Vagabond. Another team can have Dias, the Dark Death Knight. I like running as many damage reduction effects as I can stomach, basically. And honestly, from there, it's like stacking up cleanse effects and making sure that you can like just remove the debuffs off your team, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm falling behind on chat over here. Majin Chaos. I'm just starting, and my best unit is Joltan the Dark Werewolf. How should I rune him for the most PvE content possible? Thanks a lot, and congrats for the funny stream. Dude, thank you. I'm so glad you're here, dude. Thank you for saying that. So, Majin Chaos. So it's like, you know, something to keep in mind for Summoner's War is that you will go through periods of time where it's like, this monster will be like your best runed unit. This will be your best monster. But more so than anything, the game is about having different teams for different situations. So it's like, I'll give you an example of a place where Joltan really shines, is Punisher's Crypt. It's an artifact dungeon, and the boss is Light Attribute, which is the natural predator to the Dark Attribute, and vice versa, ironically. So whenever possible, the AI is going to try to prioritize targeting the Dark unit, right? So if you ruin your Joltan on like triple HP, like make him super tanky as heck, he'll be able to soak up the damage for your team, apply some defense breaks every so often, apply some dots, and then the rest of your team will actually kind of shine through because they're not going to be taking as much damage. So that's a place where you can really use the Dark Werewolf. If your account is available for looking at stuff right now, I'd love for you to say hi in chat channel 9. Let me know specifically what you need help with. Just be like, yo, this is Majin Chaos. Like, I got you. Twitch name is the same as the one on here. I didn't see what the question for that one is. So, hey, Evan, entering mid-game. Where should I be going? The esoteric mid-game of Summoner's War. Dude, that's a great question, actually. Hold on. So, chat, I would love to ask you this. What is the mid-game to you? Where does the mid-game begin and the early game end? That's my question. Aiden, can you help me with my trickery? I have enough defense with the Fire Gargoyle, but the dragons still end up taking a turn. That's gonna happen, Aiden. I would love to take a look. However, the dragon will sometimes take a turn. The real thing you just need to make sure is that like your Verd has enough tank to survive it. That's basically what happens. It's okay if the dragon takes one turn, to be honest. That's totally fine, as long as you're clearing. Okay, so F3 is mid-game, so it's just RTA that we're talking about. See, that's because that's the thing. I don't think it's just RTA. Razzle says for a mid game, it's when you can do TOA hard. Yeah, I'd say TOA hard clear and a BJ5 team. I kind of skew towards what Black Bear is saying, actually, on Twitch. I kind of skew more towards that. It's like, have you cleared like the tough content? Have you cleared like TOA hard? And do you have like one hyper efficient team? Meaning like BJ5, Trickaroo, the dot team, something like that. Can you farm something really efficiently? And F3 is probably F3 is a way to kind of denote the quality of runes that might accompany mid-game, but I would say that mid-game is actually like, it could be earlier. I would actually say that mid-game could be earlier. Because I don't think RTA is super indicative. I think it's indicative of rune quality around mid-game, but I don't know if it's necessarily the start of it. BJ5 solo. Being able to beat the scenarios on normal difficulty. It's a very generous definition, Avic. Dono says, I think mid-game starts when you do one of these. Reach Arena, do most of Lab on Hell, or do 5+ stars in TOA Hell. Whoa. I think that's actually pretty high. I think that's pretty high. I almost think that's approaching endgame. Not that it is endgame, it's just approaching it. Okay, so we all have fairly similar ideas here. Let's talk about what we can do here. Oh, haven't farmed Rift Beast since they got nerfed. Not since they got nerfed. Well, we can talk RTA. I would love to see I would love to hear what part of the game you want to focus on. I think that's kind of your question, but like, if you're interested in going into RTA, you could. We could talk a little RTA. Did you guys see the Reddit post with the Nana cleave, by the way? Did you guys see that? I thought that was so funny. Like it was such a good punchline. Like it was an arena cleave comp with Nana as the damage dealer. That was awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I just thought that was so great. Like, I don't know, it was really creative. I'd love to see it when people like challenge what a monster's role needs to be. That's why I also like Mars' one-shot days. I think that's pretty fun. So that got me on the RTA topic. I mean, you've got the speed lead here, you've got a couple bruise monsters, and you probably have some others in storage too. I need to use my Nana more, says Havoc, not even because of her skills, just because I have the Raincoat transmog on her and I love it. I know, that's a great one. Nice, I'm vibing with this song. Yeah, this is a good one. You could probably try to dip into RTA. You have some good monsters for it. Like you've got, dude, Kinky and Riley is super annoying. Kinky and Riley is a really annoying combo. You could also do like a pseudo control cleave if you wanted to. I don't know what your speed is looking like, but between like the wind robo to start, you got the Bastet, you got the Vrad. If we can find one more strip option, I mean, Chung Punk could technically do it. Let's see what else you got here. Nice, dude. The Sunjung Lao. I think he was in your profile, but I just overlooked him because I was talking to chat. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I think maybe RTA could be fun for you. But also double check to make sure that you're farming, that you've got enough re-apps, check your runes, you know? It's like farming the Rift Beast will help with that. Fastest set on more. Sean. Wait, you've got a Sean? I don't think I saw that. Oh, is Van Cliff any good? Yeah, Van Cliff is like, oh, you're using an intangible rune. Look at this. That's so funny. I just got asked the question of like, do you think anybody's using like the intangible runes? And I was like, to be honest, it's kind of hard to check. You know, that's not something that like is very easily apparent. That's pretty neat, dude. That's awesome. I'm glad you're using that. So Van Cliff is part of like a very specific type of play. Like let's talk RTA for a second. Basically what you're trying to do is you want to set him up so that the enemy team is stripped, so they're open for interaction. You've set up debuffs or stuns, and then he comes in and extends them and does his thing. That's basically what you want to do. So he lends himself to a very specific type of play, which makes him a little bit more niche, but he's really fun if you can pull it off. If you're curious about how to use him on stream, you can watch, in RTA, you can watch Nock's live streams. Nock has him and uses him to great effect. And not currently, but we've done some streams with him on an RTA team. I don't know why that was so hard for me to puzzle my way through that sentence, but like, we got to the end of it one way or the other. Can you help me with my trickery? Here we go, Firefox. I have enough defense with the Gargoyle for dragons, but still end up taking a turn. Yeah, we can talk about that. And remember, yeah, the trickery team is still really good for like early dragons, but it can also be used for punishers and TOA normal. So I still think if you've got the runes, it can be worth it. Thank you, Havoc. What's up, Evan? Are you on Global? TC Arrow, I am on Global. Nick Wade says, I don't see any of this chat in Channel 9. Lol, what server are you on? I'm over on the Global server today. That might be why. That honestly might be the deciding factor for that one. Normally I will swap servers, but today, since it's kind of like it's a shorter turnaround time for the stream, just because I've got to make that appointment. But in the future, I'll check out other servers. Sorry about that, guys, and I appreciate your understanding. I don't know what even Evan does. That's hilarious. I don't know what Van Cliff even does. So I believe 2381 is the amount of defense you need, assuming max towers. Oh, I do see the problem though. Okay, so there's a couple things to focus on here. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's take this one step at a time. Ooh, this doesn't have quite enough damage. This does not have quite enough damage. I would almost rune this on Rage instead. With Verd, you really want to go high damage for the Trickery team, like super high damage instead. And so I'm going to go over this in kind of broad strokes, but if you have any lingering questions after the explanation and you still are curious about building a Trickery team, you can watch the why is your Trickery team failing video on our YouTube channel, or the how to rune Ikaru. Either of those will kind of talk about that. But let's go into a little bit of detail, actually. So a couple things I'm noticing right off the bat is that each one is pretty slow. So you want your Ikarus. The Ikarus don't need to be like fast, but they shouldn't be slow, right? So we're talking like 60 speed, like just 60 additional speed on all of them, right? And the reason for that is to try to prevent the boss from cutting. So that's the first place to kind of start. I also see that I think this guy is on, oh, he's just got a lot of crit damage. So he isn't on crit damage, he just happens to have a lot of crit damage. You want to have at least one Ikaru with over 50% accuracy. You got to make sure that you land the defense break. And also the one with the most accuracy should not be moving first, which looks like that is the case. But right now, only 6 speed is a little bit too slow. It's a little too slow for this, unfortunately. So that's going to be the first priority. You kind of want to speed them up. And since you have more defense than is necessary, right, you may be able to lose a little bit of defense in lieu of speed. The only thing you'll have to double check on that is your guard tower maxed? That's the arena tower that gives additional defense wherever you are in the game. It's pretty easy to max. We also have an event in game right now that lets you spend fever tokens instead of glory points to upgrade. So that actually could be really helpful for you. I would start there, to be honest. There's a few other things that you can kind of look into, but I would start with those. Buffing up the accuracy, increasing the speed, and then eventually you can get into the efficiency area. Because I see that some of these have a lot of HP. HP, resistance, etc. These are stats that don't really help you. Instead, what you'd want to look for in the subs is like accuracy, you'd want to look for attack, you'd want to look for defense, right? So this one's got the flat defense, which is awesome, but then it's got resistance and high HP. I would much prefer to see any other stat, like attack would be awesome here. Flat attack, attack percentage, anything. Because something else you'll notice is that the damage for these units doesn't scale with defense. It just checks your defense to see how many Icarus to pull, and then after that, the damage is still decided based on your attack stat. All right. Oh, did I get the thing? Oh, I got the thing. I'm gonna have to restart, guys. Sorry about that. I swear, this is a glitch that only happens to me. I'll just close things out real quick. Because most folks aren't like jumping around on people's islands, I think. So this is something that mostly happens to me. In the meantime, what I can do is I can copy and paste the survey on YouTube, and I can remind you that if you're on Twitch, you can use command new survey. You can use command new survey to fill that out. Let me catch up on chat real quick. I just read a funny message. That was pretty funny. Oh, let's go in here real quick. Chat channel 9. Chat channel 9. Sorry guys, you'll have to repeat those. Great command, Evan-splaining. Oh, I've just been Evan-splaining this whole stream. Oh my goodness, that feels amazing. That was a great stretch. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, I think I'm crunching on the mic. Whoa, look at all these messages. Levi, rate Julian. Wait, where is Julian? He's not even in your profile. You don't even... Let's go look. Perfect crit rate. Perfect speed. Amazing. Love that. 69... But he's missing some skill ups. We gotta give him... He's deserving of the skill ups, even though it's just damage. I mean, he's a great LD5. He's so good now. Katie isn't even here, says Evan. Yeah. Hi, Evan. How are you? I'm doing well. That's really nice of you to ask. Read my poorly nothing. So yeah, so I think ultimately what you, I mean, the crit damage is pretty solid. Almost 200% crit damage is pretty sick. Having him be on revenge is pretty good too, but I mean, people might not attack him. Okay, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give Julianne a rating out of 10. I give this Julianne. Chat, I'd like to hear yours too, but I'm gonna give him, I think, a 7, maybe a 6. 6 or a 7 out of 10. 69 out of 10. That's what that's what I was gonna say too. Can I look at your Shan? You give it a 6 out of 9. Someone on YouTube says I give it a 6.9. Yeah, it could round up to 7. Evan, mind giving me a general account review? It's been a while since I got one. Sure thing, Fastlix. Awesome. Yeah, it needs a little bit more speed and crit rate. That's kind of where it is for me too. I think everything else is looking good though. Like almost 1,000 extra attack, 200 crit damage is really good. But like, you know, sans the joke, like a little more crit rate would actually go a long way for him, and also more speed. Just because I don't think he's going to take a turn really easily. Oh my god, where did that come from? Oh, it's dry today. Okay. Laos, looking for help on an RTA core. Okay, let's talk. Wow, 38 seconds. Look at these times. Dude, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's do this. RTA, I'm loving the woos. Love the woos. Big fan of the Abels. Abels Miguel's. Dude, Perjanya. I think people should be playing more Perjanya. He's a cool unit. Hey Gang, obviously. Super popular right now. Why am I talking so fast? I can't tell you. Carnal's cool follow-up. If we're already bringing Hey Gang as a strip, right? I feel like we talked about somebody else too. You could go with something that's kind of like a pseudo control team. Like Hey Gang, when they present a stripper for you, you counter cleave them or counter control them, and then you bring one more, and you can follow up with Parjanya and Carnal, and then all of a sudden you've got a crowd control comp. Love Ganny right now, actually. Ganny's gonna come back in vogue. There we go. Robo's perfect for this team. I think Robo would be kind of cool for that. I would have like a clutch little Feng Yan runed, actually. Feng, after his most recent buff that makes it so that now he receives reduced damage from units with lower defense than him, I would almost just have one of him runed up. He's one of those units that doesn't like, he doesn't take up runes that are going to be used by other people, right? You know, it's like, it's kind of rare that you need like defense runes on Violent. Except I just told you to rune Abelio too. But regardless, I would have him runed up because sometimes he can just kind of surprise somebody and take out like a water heavy team or something like that. Let me keep looking to see what else you got. Honestly, I think that's the game plan. Oh, Charlotte works really well into this. Shiho's a good build too. Shiho's a really nice build. The Water Monkey King. You have a lot of really solid Nat 5s back here actually. A Gyo would look great on here too. But I think that's kind of what you do. I think you get ready to draft a Hey Gang in response to their strip. So if they present something like, let's talk about the best case scenario. They present like a Gianna, and then you show up with a Hey Gang to counter that. Now you've got Hey Gang, you've got Wind Robo, double strip, into like Carnal, into Parjanya, into anything. And then all of a sudden you've gained control of the game. Or into Charlotte. Charlotte works well with that too. Etna, even. I think that's a cool core. I'd like to hear what everybody else suggests too, but that's my suggestion. I think that's pretty fun. Fastlix, where are you at? TOA help, please. Oh my gosh, what's with all these new accounts with these crazy cool LD5s? Oh my gosh, an Ong Yuki at level 25, at level 29? Dude, no way. That is so awesome. Ah. Remedy, I know, that'd be kind of, that would be kind of sick. Maybe that, hey dude, maybe Summoner's War. That'd be kind of sick. Oh, you had to start over, Mr. Cryptic Heart. Oh no. I would love to see that though. Wow. Okay, so TOA help. We can talk about TOA. I was so blown away by Ongyuki that I kind of got a little distracted. Veramos, dude, oh, you've got the team basically. Tyrone's your lead with 19% speed. Run Veramos as well for the second skill, crowd control. You can run Fran, Lauren, and then my last unit would be Verd, Fire Vampire. That's the team right there. I think that could work wonders. That is the team. On Despair already, great. See this on Violent? Yeah, that's great. I would just speed up your Lauren, by the way. See if you can find the Swift runes for her and put her on slot 2 speed. I know you may not have them right now because, you know, seeing on my alt account, which is Katie's account, I know how hard it can be to come across like Swift slot 2 speed runes early on because a lot of units demand them. But I would try to move her onto Swift as soon as humanly possible. Love the accuracy. I like the HP. Just needs the speed. That's really the only change that needs to be made. I hope that helps, dude. Pseudo Oracle. I feel like I've finished early game progression. Where do I go from here? Nice LD5. Solid teams. Very good numbers on everything, actually. You have, in fact, finished early game progression. So now what you want to do is you kind of want to decide what end game you want to like focus into, or like what mid game rather, where you want to focus, as we've been talking, right? So the thing about Summoner's War is you can kind of go in a few different directions. I've got 3 off the top of my head. The first is like, do you want to go heavy into like PvE? Do you want to like really try to go for times? Like really want to like push and go for like low times? The other thing you could do is you could go deep into Guild Wars, or you could jump into RTA. I like jumping into RTA. For me, I like that fulfillment of like putting my monsters, my runes up against other people, my strategies, and then seeing what happens. So that's where I would try to go. I would jump into that. Mr. Cryptocark says, in chat, Evan Senpai. Oh, it's chat channel 9. Chat channel 9 is where to go. TOA hard stuck on 53-ish. 53-ish. Oh, TOA reset, didn't it? I haven't tackled it yet. TOA's reset. I didn't do it yet. Oh no, what's 53? Chat, what's 53 right now? Oh, I can't believe I forgot. I can't believe I let the 15 slip by me. I have committed several war crimes, says I'm Danny DeVito. Okay. What is number 2? Ragion 2 Ikaru. 3,000 days, 1 LD. How it's possible? Says Zamy Danny. Evan, what should I focus on? 2 Rauk and 2 Water Mummy. So that's kind of like a normal, like floor. What I would, it must be one of the waves leading up to it. It's got to have like a gimmick wave, right? 3 Conrad, 2 Dragon in the first wave. Okay. I would use a dot team for it, says Versatile. I'm inclined to agree. You could do something like Melias. You could bring Melias if you've already got them runed. Really, whatever you have runed is great. I love using Thrain. If you have a Rika, if you happen to have a Rika. Yeah, because that can get tough. Not the Europe channel. Yeah, today I'm on global, guys. Okay. So sorry about that. So DJ Money was asking what to focus on. I would change up this Giant's Abyss a little bit. I wouldn't use the Light Griffin unless you second awaken him. We really want those additional stats. And then I think Lauren is hitting too many times. You could run Belladie on there if you wanted. You could run Galleon if you wanted. But ultimately, or the Wind Homunculus would be great. Dragons, I think, needs a little bit of an adjustment considering the Abyss normal time is 12:34. I think Riley and Fran might be the weak links in this chain. I'd love to see a second awakened Spectra, the Fire Griffin in there. Would also love to see, one other. I would love to see, what do I use? Oh, but I use the twins. I use the twins in there. Wind Homunculus is great. Cryptic Heart, Evan, you remember oh my goodness, look at this. Holy heavens to Betsy. Holy heavens to Betsy. Fastlix requested a general review. Let's do it. Love your profile, dude. Your profile never ceases to amaze me. Look at this. This is so nice. Okay, chat. You and I together. We'll give a rating out of 10. Versatile's jumping the gun. Too many LD Nat 5s. 2 out of 10. LD Nat 5s are pretty sick to me. I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm living vicariously through you right now, Fastlix. I'm living vicariously. What monster would you want us to look at, Fastlix? Like, if you wanted like something, what's your best rune monster? Like, what is indicative of like your account? Zammy. Why? Oh, dude, I'm trying so hard to say your name. Give us codes for LDs. If I had them to give, you know I would. You know I would. Not Versatile says, not how this works, man. Yeah, no, we're just hanging out. It's that not breathing, really affecting your speech. Yeah, I think I just need to breathe more. You know, I think that would solve a majority of the problems I'm having. Kiki might be your best friend. Okay. Holy heavens to Betsy, dude. This account is wild. I'm always so surprised every time I go on it. This is like a KH character. I like the background. Reminds me of like Hollow Bastion. This is really cool, actually. Okay. 121 speed, tanky as heck. Look at that. Sheesh. Sheesh. Ziggin says, cutie patootie on my screen right now. Versatile says, you mean Evan? Ziggin says, who else? I thought you meant Kiki. Oh, that's so nice, dude. That's so sweet. Thank you. You just made my morning. That was very nice. Thank you so much. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows. She's missing 3 speed for tick 6, I think. Dude, now that's the kind of feedback we need. That's what we need. Thank you, Enzu. Missing 3 speed for tick 6, I think. Dude, that's dope. You know, Zamy, so do I, actually. I only have 1 LD5. But LDs aren't everything, to be honest. I mean, LDs are really fun, but it's like, they're not everything. Dude, now this guy's everything. Dude, if the devs had it their way, this would be everything. It's true, they are not everything. This guy! Now, Shiho's got it going on, bro. 1 more hit, every balance patch, extra turn of invincibility, stunning on every skill. Guess I'll hit up Heaven's Royal since Evan won't review me. Wait, dude, but isn't this, you want to get reviewed with it? Dude, Cryptic Heart, this account looks wild. It looks amazing, dude. You kidding me? This is like a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Easy, 10 out of 10. Right? 10 out of 10, chat? Wait, hold on, let's see. Take away Heck would add a couple, wait, hold on, let's take 1 away. 9 out of 10. Oh, someone accidentally fed? No, wait, Havoc? Wait, Motive, talk some sense, please. Talk some sense. The Kim Olive out. Ouch. 27-second, nice BJ5 team. Yeah, this is a 9 out of 10. Don't yell at me, I'm sensitive. You yell at us all the time. Don't apologize to him, Motive. Don't apologize, you get the button. Rato, salve lindo. Como vai, lindinho? Tudo beleza? How many come to us are there? You know, there's quite a few. There's quite a few in chat today. That's because I'm a hypocrite. This is a 9 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I think that's a great account, actually. Armored Tight says, hey, Evan, can I get an honest account assessment? But there was an expletive in there. There was definitely an expletive in there. Katie's gonna abuse that button. No, dude, this is the button that I'm gonna use when Katie's talking. If Katie's, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna hit that, and then I'm just kidding. I keep it on my side, and it keeps us focused. So if she starts talking about, like, who knows what, where's Katie? Is Katie in chat? Let me tell this to her face. Katie, I'll call her. I'll call her right now. This is already looking so good. 75 days, and you've already cleared TOA normal. You've cleared TOA hard. You have a Giants and Dragons Abyss team. This is solid progression. This is such solid progression. Acro, yeah, unfortunately, I probably won't be able to make it to that today, specifically because I actually need to leave in like 3 minutes. I gotta go run to my appointment. Okay, this account, looking super sick. Yeah, TOA hard in 75 days is pretty OP. Honestly, most of these in 75 days is pretty OP. You also have Kinky, which is crazy, and I notice you have Carlos in the background. I'm also a Carlos enjoyer. Was that Carlos? Yeah, there he is. I was gonna say, was I tripping? Did I see red when it was actually Dom? Nice Kinky. This Smicer, I hardly know her. Yeah, these are some really solid monsters. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this wait. What was that? Oh, it was a Susanoo. All right. I thought it was a Han. I was about to lose it. Yeah, very good RNG summoning. Guys, unfortunately, that's all I have time for today. That's why I started early. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I didn't have to run, but unfortunately, I do have to go. I just got to make sure that I make it to my doctor's appointment on time. Promise, I won't do this. I won't do this on Friday. So come back on Friday. We'll have a regular length stream. Stoic's going to be joining me. It's the day of the Asia Pacific Cup. Make sure that you watch it if you can. It's October 20th, which is Friday, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Kind of late, but it's even later for Stoic. All right, guys, have a great day. If you're on Twitch, stay here. We're going to raid somebody. I'll see y'all next time, okay? Have a great day. All right, Katie, you ready to watch some SWC?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Get ready to send your taste buds on an all-expenses-paid trip to another dimension.
Dimension Holy Cola, the classic flavor you love that's as cold as the vast emptiness of outer space.
Tarzan's out there, and you, Tarzan, get enough.
Take just one sip and get transported to a dimension of flavor that's out of this world. The grooviest martial cats and the most parched war bears know there's no better way to quench a thirst, get awakened a second time.
Then with an ice-cold Dimension Holy Cola.
So what are you waiting for? Calder, run to your local store and take a sip from another plane of existence. Dimension Holy Cola and new Diet Dimension Holy Cola. The soda that's out of this world.
It's Dimension Holy Cola.
You know, I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh yeah, you want some water or something?
Honestly, that sounds pretty good.
Well, I don't know if I have any of that, but I can see if I still have some Dr. Punishers.
Sounds good.
I'll go see what I can find.
I'm gonna look for SWC.
Okay.
Attention all eager learners. Are you ready to elevate your knowledge and skill yourself up?
Then come join us at the California State University of Knowledge Stacks. Our esteemed faculty includes some of the best in the business, like Professor Odin and Professor Bolvik. With their guidance, you'll be on your way to success in no time. And by success, I mean killing your opponent. Here at CSUX, we also believe in second chances. That's why we're giving Professor Geldnir another shot. Despite his past mistakes, we're confident in his abilities to teach and inspire students just like you. But we've got our eye on you. At the Cal State University of Knowledge Stacks, we're committed to helping you achieve your goals. With flexible schedules, a supportive community, and a lot of beneficial effects, we're the perfect place for anyone looking to increase their knowledge stacks. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today to start building your future. Oh, and your units on Shield well.